Bonjour, this is your tour guide, Jennifer Sparks. I'm going to take you on a tour of Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France. I'm an American that has never been overseas. This is my first time in Europe, as well as it being my first time in Paris, and I'm really excited to be here. I'm traveling today from JFK Airport in New York City. It is currently December 2024. Because we are arriving from the United States, we're going to have to go through customs. We also need to go to baggage claim to pick up our baggage. This is a very beautiful airport, but it was not close to where we're staying. It's about an hour away from our first hotel. We're going to be staying in 3 different hotels on this trip, and we're going to be going to Disneyland and Versailles. We have a lot of great adventures coming up, and I'm going to have a lot of fun videos that I'm going to be editing and publishing very soon. Neither of us have been here before, but it was pretty easy to understand where we needed to go. Our plane in New York took off at 11 o'clock at night. It is now 12 o'clock p.m. the next day. We sort of jumped ahead 7 hours in time. My daughter Sky and my husband know a little French, but we were grateful that a lot of the signs were very easy to understand. A lot of the French people in our experience knew some English, some knew a lot of English, and the ones that didn't know any English were very kind to us and helping us try to figure out what we needed and where we needed to go. In our experience here, everything was really clean and all the escalators were working. Later in the video, it will be our return trip back to CDG after our beautiful stay in Paris, and it will be our Delta flight home. Our flight home is on Christmas Eve, which typically is a very good time to fly because a lot of people don't normally want to fly on Christmas Eve. But I found that there was a lot of people from Paris going over to visit New York, so our flight was full. We found the price of the ticket to travel on Christmas Eve instead to be a lot less money. More money for croissants and baguettes. The way I saw it, there was 4 of us, so if it was $100 less per ticket, that's $400 you could use on spending another night or 2 in Paris. These ropes, this is the line for customs. It probably has a potential, by looking at this, to be quite crowded. We were very lucky the day of our arrival. There was hardly any line at all. We got through customs very quickly, which we were all very happy about because it's probably about 6 in the morning, maybe 5 in the morning, our time. None of us slept on the plane. We probably should have, but we were excited. Like I said before, customs was a breeze. They pretty much just took your passport and scanned it. You pretty much did it yourself, but there was people there that would help you if you had any problems. It was very easy. I'm new to this. I've never done this before. I've done it on cruise ships, but this is my first time at an airport. I'm by no means an expert in any of this. I'm just showing you my experience the day I was there. Now down to baggage claim to collect our luggage. We all were allowed 1 luggage and 1 carry-on. Before I booked my flight, I applied for the American Express Delta Sky Miles rewards card, and you get a free luggage for yourself and the people that you book for. So I was like, sign me up. That's a great deal. That right there saved me probably over $100 at least. After getting our luggage, my daughter called for a ride share. She had done this before at a different Paris airport, and it was very easy to find, but we had a hard time finding where the ride share person was. And the ride share ended up getting canceled because we weren't there soon enough, so we ended up getting a taxi. The ride to our hotel is about an hour away. If you're just finding this video and finding it helpful, can you do me a favor and like this video? And for those of you that are returning to my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I've loved that you're hanging out with me in Paris. This is like all new territory for me. I'm really excited, and I'm excited to share it with you. We're going to be in Paris for 11 days, so if you want to see more of my videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll also leave a playlist of all my upcoming Paris videos at the end of this video. I cannot stress this enough. Please leave early to catch your plane. Don't wait till last minute. This is us stuck in an Uber on the way to the airport on the side of the road. We have a flat tire. Luckily, we were able to get another one, and this one was really fancy. I'm so grateful that we left as early as we did because this could have been really bad. The airport was much busier than I anticipated. Plus, there was a lot of things that were self-service that typically in the United States, other people do for you. There were some people there that would help you if you had a problem, but still allow yourself enough time to figure it out. I thought this was cool. Delta also has a tracking feature on their app so you could track where your baggage is to make sure it's on the same plane that you are on. You have to go through customs, which wasn't that bad. I'm really doing the best I can with the filming here. There was 4 of us, and I was trying not to aggravate anybody I was with. I was trying not to get too many people in my videos, but there was a lot of people around. And I have a backpack, a pocketbook, I'm carrying luggage, I'm carrying my coat, doing the best I can. But I figured, hell, I'm doing this stuff anyhow. I might as well make this video in case anybody's looking for a video like this. Someone that's nervous to travel and they want to know what to expect. Oh, and this is my favorite part. Not really. I actually don't like security. It was a long line, but it moved pretty quickly. Me and my husband both have the pre-TSA pre-check. We didn't use it though this time because my daughters don't have it, and we figured we would just stay with them. That was incredible though. We were away like 10, 11 days together. We all got along really good. We had no problems. Really, it was a great trip. Magical. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. And that's what part of my YouTube channel is about, is to inspire other people to do the same. I don't know about anybody else, but once I get past security, I feel like I just started my vacation. Like, it's always like a little tense up until then. Not that I have anything to hide. It's just so much BS, you know? And then once you're through, you're like, okay, cool. This was beautiful. So much walking. Wear comfortable shoes in the airport. Actually, wear comfortable shoes anywhere in Paris. There's a lot of walking everywhere you go, and they also have a lot of cobblestone streets. They're beautiful, but they're brutal to walk on. Even my daughters that are fashionistas and they walk around in these like stiletto type heels, they all wear really comfortable shoes when they went here. They do have the moving walkways to help expedite passengers. To get to your gate a little faster, remember, leave early and wear good shoes. We made it to our gate and we had about 15 minutes to spare. We were so happy. We got a little nervous there being stuck in the Uber, I gotta say. When I checked in on the app the day before, I'd only had me, my husband, and one of my daughters. My eldest daughter, Sky, wasn't on the reservation. It made me a little nervous. Then I went back and I checked and I'm like, nope, she's here, but they just didn't ticket her. But for some reason, they wanted her to go through an extra security process. I'm not really sure why. So we boarded the plane and we waited for her, and she came back a couple minutes later. We joked with her, saying that, you know, they're probably going to upgrade your seat to first class for being so fabulous. She said it really was nothing. It was just an extra procedure. It was like a random thing that they do. So don't be alarmed if this randomly happens to someone in your party. It turned out to be really nothing. She was able to board and everything was fine. None of us were unfortunately upgraded to first class, but they did upgrade us to a comfort category seating, which was basically, I think it had a couple extra inches of leg room. It had a designated area to store your bags, and it had an earlier boarding time than the basic fare. That personally doesn't impress me. I like to be the last person on the plane. I don't want to be on any longer than I need to be. This trip back to New York had 2 meals. It was quite a bit of food, plus it had a dessert. The first thing was it was like a roasted cauliflower. The food isn't amazing. It's not like anything award-winning here, but it was good. This was gnocchi. It had a cheese sauce and spinach. It was tasty. I enjoyed it. Came with a dessert. That was tiramisu. The second meal was a pizza twist. It was sort of like kind of like a calzone. And it also came with a snack bar. We had a great flight. It was actually a nicer flight home. Could have been the seats. The seats probably might be more comfortable because they were more spacious. We once again had to go through customs. The line for the Americans coming in was a lot shorter than the non-Americans that were coming in, but still it was about maybe a 15-minute wait. The walk here was very long. It was probably about a mile, no joke, and there was no bathroom. So make sure if you have to go to the bathroom that you do it on the plane before you get off. It was a very long walk over here. We grabbed our bags, and then I kind of cut it off over here because it really got very hard for me to walk with the bags and film and everything. We did take the air train back to our car. The escalators weren't working. We had to lug our luggage upstairs. It was a little bit of a kind of a nightmare. They do have an elevator though, if this should happen to you. We just didn't want to wait for it. If you are still with me, you are a total rock star. I know this was a lot of information. I just really like to share my experience. I hope you guys all had a beautiful holiday and have a wonderful 2025. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me in Paris.